So for individuals who are in the early stages, you might want to increase the intensity of this workout by also adding a stability cushion that looks like this. Purchase one on Amazon. What this will do is this will increase the work in your abdominal wall. And so if you're in the early stages, you'll probably be fine to do this. And this is just a way to make sure you're also engaging the internal obliques, the TVA, the deepest layer of your core. But what I will say is when you put this stability disc on a chair, make sure your feet aren't dangling in the air. So for me, in this chair, I would need to put 2 yoga blocks under my feet. And I would have to do that for all exercises so that my feet are not hovering and I have that stability. Remember, your thighs, when you're seated, shouldn't be above the bony protrusions of your hips. They should be slightly below. And you want your ankles tracking under your knees and your feet solidly planted, perfectly parallel. Add this disc for any of the levels if you see fit. Grab your purple loop band. We're going to be doing some footwork. If this band feels too heavy, you can always go back to the blue loop band in the YouniquelyFit kit. We're going to sit cross-legged, bringing the band around our metatarsals for inversion footwork, working those medial intrinsic muscles of the feet to combat subtle supination that we see with flat back posture. So as you're working, the foot's going to go in, 2, 3, and then it's going to go back to parallel, 2, 3. And when I say in, I mean in towards the center line of the body. So you want that band around the bone of the big toe so that from the ankle joint you can move the foot. Make sure you're not gripping in the thigh, pulling on the knee, or at the front of the hip, the groin area, hip flexor. Those muscles do not need to work. This is ankle mobility, and this is your little intrinsic muscles of your feet that we're trying to fire for proprioception and balance. So keep going here. Use that breath. Another 10 seconds, sitting up nice and tall on your inhales, pulling your inner thighs back on your exhales to feel those sits bones grounding you into the chair. And let's go ahead and switch the band on the metatarsals to work the other side. Sitting cross-legged, if you have a friend or family member handy, they can hold the band for you, coming down to their knees if sitting cross-legged is not easy for you, and you can do it with your legs just down. So a couple different options. But this is a way to do it on your own time. Keep going. This is one where I see people slouch a lot because they're focusing on the foot, they're looking down, but you don't need to look down. Your foot knows how to pull in and go back to parallel. It's a very simple movement, but it's what's driving that movement. It's where you're driving from. So don't squeeze the quadriceps, that's the front of the thigh, or the groin, the hip flexor area. Don't turn your knee. The movement is from the ankle joint. Finish up the one you're on, and then we can take that band off. And we're going to grab our black Theraband. That's the black Theraband in the YouniquelyFit kit. Now, if you feel the front of the shoulder, this is quite a progression. Go back to the blue band. I find that this is one of the hardest progressions for level 5. So with the black band, we'll stand on the end of it with the excess medially in a staggered stance. You can start with it in your dominant arm just because it'll be stronger and more able to do this exercise. So as we begin, let's actually come to the wall just to stretch the front of the shoulder, just in case your shoulders are tight since this band is so heavy. So bring your arm to a T, twist away from that arm, hold it here. Inhale 1, breathe. Exhale 1. Inhale 2, float the arm up a little higher towards a V. Exhale 2, keep a micro bend in the elbow. Inhale 3. And exhale 3. Let's switch sides. Just opening it up so that we don't run the risk of pulling anything since that black band is so heavy. Inhale 1, breathe. Exhale 1 on the other side. Inhale 2. Exhale 2. Inhale 3. Exhale 3 from here. Now we'll stand on the end of that black band, holding the excess, wrapping around the knuckles with the thumb on the outside with our dominant arm. Staggered stance. Inhale, we shift the weight solely to the front leg as we take the arm up into that V. And exhale, we shift back to 2 legs as we lower the arm down. So within 1 to 2 reps, you're going to know if this band is too heavy and you're feeling the front of the shoulder. Go back to the blue band. As I said, this is one of the harder progressions. Keep going. Keep breathing. So it should take about 4 to 6 to even 8 counts to get that arm up to move slow enough to not aggravate the shoulder. You want to work from your upper back, which is why I keep emphasizing neutral pelvis, back ribs reaching for the imaginary hands on your shoulder blades. This will get you into your back body. This will get you recruiting that area versus the front of the shoulder that's overactive and pulling you into that forward lean. Okay, one more on this side. And then I'd like you to switch sides. So the weight shift is also a really good thing to work on with Parkinson's because of the shuffling of the feet and the tendency towards falling forward. So getting used to being upright. Watch out for the torso pitching as you shift forward. You can keep your torso lifted and balance on one leg. Make sure the leg you're balancing on the knee is soft. You should have begun on the second side after you've wrapped around the knuckles with the thumb on the outside. And perhaps your non-dominant arm is quite weaker and you do need to go down to the blue band on this side. Please listen to your body. Be where you are today. Shoulders plugged down, chin lifted, gaze soft. Always reminding yourself, especially when we're doing arm work that goes above the head, of the back helping, the back doing the work. The back ribs reaching for those imaginary hands on the shoulder blades. The shoulders plugging down, the chin staying lifted, the gaze staying higher than eye level. All of these things will serve you for better alignment, posture, and recruitment of the muscles we're targeting. Keep breathing. Okay, we're going to let that go. Set that heavy band to the side and pick up your yellow Theraband, your lightest band. And I want you to bring the purple loop band around your ankles. The purple loop band around the ankles, and we're going to throw the yellow Theraband around the center of the back, taking it under the armpits, wrapping it around our knuckles with the thumbs on the outside, palms facing up. Should look like this. Now, we're going to move side to side in the frontal plane to balance. Now, I don't have Parkinson's flat back, so I'm taking the band off, but you please keep the loop band on for that extra resistance. If it is too much, you can go down to level 4's blue loop band. Okay, so I'm going to step to balance. My outside leg will come to knee flexion. My front ribs will reach for that band that's behind me so that my upper back stays engaged. I'll only lift the thigh as high as I can, neutralize my pelvis. So I'm not rounding my low back. I'm tipping the tailbone back. Okay, let's do it together. Stepping through space to a single leg balance, holding. Inhale 1, breathe. Exhale 1. Inhale 2. Exhale 2. Inhale 3. Exhale 3. And let's repeat. Again, traveling through space towards the wall onto a parallel leg, hold it up. I'm going to give you some checkpoints. Make sure you're not rolling in or out on the foot or all the weight isn't forward in the toes or heels. Is your torso completely upright? Is your belly in? Neutralize the pelvis somewhere between arching and rounding. Widen the collarbone. Bring the back ribs towards that band that's behind the shoulder blades. Okay, let's turn around and repeat on the second side. Stepping through space, find it, hold. Inhale 1, breathe. Exhale 1. Inhale 2. Exhale 2. Inhale 3. Exhale 3. And one more time. Traveling through space, find that knee flexion, find the front ribs reaching for the back ribs pressing into that band, the shoulders plugged down, the gaze higher than eye level, the belly firm, the neutral pelvis. Okay, let it all go. Grab your chair and we'll keep the yellow Theraband actually. We're going to do a chair hamstring stretch. So holding onto the wall for safety purposes, bringing the yellow band around the arch of the foot, using it as a little assistance. Bend your supporting knee. Arch your low back, pulling the abs in, hinging from the hips forward to stretch out that hamstring. Hold it here. Inhale 1, breathe. Exhale 1. Inhale 2. Exhale 2. Inhale 3. Exhale 3. Inhale 4. Exhale 4. Inhale 5. Exhale 5. And inhale 6. Exhale 6. From here, slowly taking that leg down, and we'll switch sides. Bringing the foot up on the chair, tipping the tailbone back, softly bending the supporting knee, pulling the abdomen in. We'll hold it here. Inhale 1, breathe. Exhale 1. Inhale 2. Exhale 2. Inhale 3. Exhale 3. Inhale 4. Exhale 4. Hang in there. Inhale 5. Exhale 5. Inhale 6. Exhale 6. Slowly bringing that leg off the chair. And you can set the chair to the side as well as all the props. Coming back over to your wall. Roll those shoulders back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job.